Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of God, the most gracious, the most compassionate, peace and blessing be upon Prophet, his family, and his companions. The Vice President of International Coaching Federation, Robert Garcia, the organizing team of this important session, the world of tomorrow, especially Mr. Muhammad Alim, Dr. Mahmoud Shawgi, the former tourism and education minister, who has also played a major role in making the country. Nahid, my colleague, who has worked with me for many years, who is the general manager of Villa Nautica today. I also see Mr. Omar Bey, I would say, Muhammad Hamid, another kind of mentor or coach or trainer, I would say, sitting just in the front row. Executives from organizations, I can see from front and behind, playing a major role in this country. And all my very close friends here. Assalamu alaikum, and a very good morning to you all. First of all, it is a great pleasure, and I feel it is an honor for me to take part with you in this very important session, I would say. Thank you very much for inviting me and giving me an opportunity to say a few words. Though I may not be the most appropriate person for such a session that gives coaching or training or mentoring, but I thought, as I have said, that I would not cancel it, or I would just come and meet you, all of you. So thank you very much, Alim. We have had few meetings before, in the place where I live and also the place where I work, the President's office, regarding this session during its planning was going on, and we have discussed about the future of the country and how important these kind of sessions would be. So thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to stand before you today. And I must also thank Robert Garcia, traveling all the way from the United States, Miami, Florida. We all love to visit a place more or less like the Maldives, I would say, the temperature, not the other things. So thank you so much for coming and your readiness to share the knowledge and the experience that you have with a young country, I would say, a young generation here. To the Maldivians. Well, I was just asked to say a few words, and as I have said that your main session is going to be with Robert Garcia and not with me, but I thought maybe I can also share with you some experience that I have. It may not be very interesting to you, but well, we have worked with so many people for many years. Though we may be looking like this, I think we have worked with Umar Bey and also so many people here and for many years, last 30 years. And it's also good, it's a kind of accidental, or I don't know, it is a purposely planned that I may be the right person or the wrong person to stand here in this island, where I had an idea to make this place a conference or meeting hall like this 30 years ago, where it was not done at all, where we are sitting or standing now. This place. Finally, it has become a very nice conference hall today, of course. Let me tell you, it is also very timely that I began as a small, I would say a boy then. Back in 30 years back, I was a boy. Today I'm a big, I'm a man. I don't want to say I'm old, but you may be saying that. This is where I started my career when I was only just 18 years in 1992. And then there was just, I would say, a kind of an old resort. We had to demolish everything and totally plan a new resort, build a very new resort, and a very new one to the Maldives again, a 5-star. Maybe it was gonna be the second 5-star. They're looking at me from Universal now when I say that, because I know that you had the first 5-star at Kurumba Maldives, Kurumba village. Yes, this was second or third with full moon then, that time. So imagine what kind of expectations and what kind of work environment we would have a place like this. While I was just only 18 years, I was, I don't want to say that, but I was, I would say, second in charge. I was almost in charge to the in charge, let's say, or the manager here. So I was the second person in command at 18 years, just fresh from school, here in Paradise, working with at least 300 to 400 expatriates and another 300 to 400 Maldivians, contractors, construction groups, and so on. And we built this resort within 2 years, and it soon became one of the most popular, one of the most favorite resort for the Maldivians in the mid-90s. So I just wanted to tell you, at an 18 years old, fresh from school, I've got no experience at all. I really didn't know what was really going on. Building, construction, designing, and landscaping, meeting tour operators, travel agents, trying to sell in advance to the European market, Japanese, Australian, everywhere. So meeting with very experienced people, tour operators, travel agents, locally and internationally, and also dealing with those construction groups and contractors, and of course others, and who are also, again, as employees of this resort. We had people who have worked as managers in other resorts, in some of Universal resorts and some other resorts I can remember. So I was just, I was working with them, and I would say, I don't want to say that because I normally don't want to talk much about me. But today the purpose is just to tell you, because I know this session is all about efficiency, delivery of service, and productivity, how you work. I know it's all about that, services. So I thought it might be useful for you to know where and when and how this person has come all the way. So it was a time that when I knew nothing. So I knew that I knew nothing. So I took every little opportunity, every little chance that I got to learn something, to learn from everyone. I learned from the Bangladeshis, I learned from the Indians, I learned from the Sri Lankans, I learned from people coming from north and south. I learned from very big people, I learned from small people. So today, we have to accept the fact that you can learn from anyone. Every human being has got something good, believe me. Sometimes we as human beings, we think that a mentor, a coach, or a trainer, it can only be by a professor or someone coming from the university, someone from Harvard, someone from the Oxford, or someone from the Villa College. Umar Bey is looking at me. No, not that. Anybody, believe me. Even those janitorial staff we see every time we pass from the lobby to the restaurant, the janitorial staff can tell you something really helpful. So number one, please don't underestimate anyone. Please do not underrate your colleagues. It's the hierarchy. You have on top the managers, you have the lowest maybe. I don't want to say they are cleaners or, I don't want to say that, but because they are also very important, each and every one. Just wanted to say, because I know I don't have time, you have come here not to listen to me. I know you have come all the way to listen to Robert Garcia, but I thought that I must share some of my experiences. Well, I believe that the session of coaching and landscape of future of the organizations, and this is very important. Continuous coaching, continuous mentoring, continuous training is very important, very, very important. We, in the mid-90s, again, training, and it was not very much popular, I would say. You just do your job. You just do the way you know it. I remember in the mid-90s, myself and Umar Bey, we both also discussed very much about training, and then we also started very first trainings here in this Paradise Island in the mid-90s. We had people coming from the hotel school and also those who are working in the College of Higher Education. Umar Bey was one of, in the HR department in Male, organizing all these things upon our request. So, coaching, training, and professional development was, it was always important. It has always been, and even today it is more important than any other time. So my friends, you have to improve yourself every day. The whole world is changing. That's what we saw from the video. They say in 2025, and then they go on like that, saying, it's like the iPhone. You got an update for the software, and you have it come in every month or maybe every other month. You need to update. You need to reskill. You need to learn. Don't ever think just being that you have completed your first degree or your master's or your PhD, it's done for you. I've got that in my drawer or in my file. You just go and show, okay, this is me. No, that's not you. You are you. What you do, what you know, not what the certificate says. We have so many doctors, PhDs, so many masters, so many degrees, so many people who has learned from different parts of the world. But even Dr. Shaugi still got to update himself, update. So my friends, you need to do this. This is a great opportunity. And every day is a great opportunity for you to learn. Learning never ends. That's what even Quran says. From the cradle to the grave. So keep learning every day. Use your time. Utilize maximum to read something, to learn something, to learn how other people do things. You in the US, in Australia or Japan, or other parts of the world, India, China, neighbors of near or far, try to learn what other people do things and how the world changes. Because we today, at this age of creativity or this age of technology or this age of innovation or AI or whatever, you still got to change at a rapid speed. Because the whole world is changing at a breakneck speed. We need to keep the pace with them. So in order to do that, a small country with very limited resources have only got one chance. The chance is our human capital and how we deliver, how productive we are. So my friends, we got to do this. If you look at those developed countries in the world, very developed countries in the world, if you take one country as an example, one of our neighboring country, let's say Singapore, started back 60 years back. What was the most important thing for them? Human resources. They invested heavily, investing heavily on human resources, human capital, human development. That is the success of Singapore today. They have people ready for everything. Technical people, doctors, scientists, teachers, nurses, engineers, pilots, everything. Civil engineers, everything. Designers, professors, lecturers, name it. It's not easy. It was not by an accident. It was not by an, I would say, not an overnight victory. So these are lessons to learn if we won't go that far. We won't go that far. We, the government, we, the people, we, the public, the private sector, we won't go far. We won't go far with them. We want to be a developed country like in Dubai, like in Singapore. Why not say like the Scandinavian? But it's not accidental. You can't do it like that. You really need to invest your time for good things. You need to have a very good teamwork. In your office, we sometimes, I don't want to say very often, sometimes, the boss may not be very happy. We saw that something, right? Somebody standing behind and both hands, almost I thought he was gonna bang on the face, and you know, it should not happen. Human all are human beings. People make mistakes. But we also don't want to say that we will learn every time from trial and error. No, we don't have time even for that. Let's not say we will learn from our mistakes. No, we don't have time now. We can't sacrifice all our time for that. But expect when someone new come to your office, when someone new come to the customs, come to the airport, or come to another private company, please expect this is a new person, as I was a new person here at 18 years. And I completed that, and I became the first job as the assistant manager of this resort in 1994. My first job was assistant manager. So it's like you have to coach them, you have to teach them, you have to guide them. Try to give a moral boost. Don't just demoralize or just make newcomers, especially the new generation. It says very much Gen Z and Alpha and all this. So it is different. It is really different. We were not born with iPads. We were not born with iPads. We just saw iPhone yesterday. And this generation, they are born on iPads, on internet. The first thing they see is internet, some YouTube, some cartoon or this is what they see. So their friends is more like these kind of things, technology is their friend. We were not that. So please, you have to tell me if I take too long, because I know I may not get a chance as vice president to speak to you anymore. I have few days left, so I just try to take some time. So you have to please. I hope I'm not sure how many companies we have here, but I think it is also good that you go back to your work environment and then try to pass on to the colleagues. I think that's what you do, because probably your company must have sent you to keep everything inside and then bring it and then again open it to others. So please pass this message to the rest of your colleagues when you are back at work. So please treat them as human beings. Treat them as human beings. Expect that they someone who don't know will know a lot of things if you teach. Nobody is born with any talent. No one. No, not at all. Just how you were born. Can you remember when you were born? Anybody remember that the time you were born? How you were born now? You don't know. You can't remember even that. So, but I know because we see. I have 3 children. So I was there when they were born. So I know how they were born. But no talent at all. No talent. So we got to feed them. We got to coach them. We got to teach them. This is what we have to do. So when a new person comes to your office to stand beside you, behind you, in front of you, please try to help them. Try to teach them. Make it your commitment, kind of, or a duty, or your duty to make that person greater than you. That would be a real good accomplishment for you. When you leave, you say, hey, see, the one who was sitting behind me for years, now is in the front row. That would be a real, what should we say for that, doctor? Achievement, yes. It is called achievements. That is achievements. Making another person is the achievement. So please, my friends, this is teamwork. So you have to teamwork, lead. You have to lead today. If you don't lead, you are left behind. When you are left behind, the others go forward, and you will be staying there, and we will not get what we want. So you have to move on, move forward. We have now, when you press sometimes 1, 2, 3 times this forward, right? That it goes very fast. So this is how we should work today, leading. And we have to have a community. Sometimes we think that it can be just only the government, or it can be only the president, or maybe the whole of cabinet, or maybe those of the executive or other employees, or public servants, I would say. They will do everything for the nation. No. To me, the government, I believe, is the whole of, it's including the people, the public, the private, and the government. But remember, we have to, if ever our lust for power prevails over granting the care and the love for the people, no country is gonna succeed. And if we also make a specific group as more important than the public or the state, that's also not gonna be success. So we have to have an environment, a community where we give love and care to everyone, to the whole of citizen. We cannot also keep the public at our service. As long as you do that, you're not going to succeed. Not as a nation, not as a community, nor as a family even. So, my friends, think every day. We see news from everywhere. On our palm, we have, you as must be having your iPhone, some might be even looking at that now. So, it's so easy to get information, so easy to learn things. So, make your time even productive. Because, as I have said earlier, the world is changing at a rapid speed. We can't control it. We can never control any disaster. We have already gone through. I can't just even tell you now what the situation it was. Resorts, mostly, they have experienced it when we met, or when this COVID-19 all the way came, it was shocking. It was shocking for us, but then everything was disabled. What? The whole country was like shut down. No economy, nothing was moving. We were just only fortunate that how the government and the public worked together as a team, try to come out of this. So that was one thing. And then again, look at the world around. All those conflicts and wars and between two big countries, two giants again, you know, all these things are impacting on, especially on small countries like this. These are all human-made disasters. In the Middle East, what is going on? Or in the Europe, what is going on? So much of disasters are created by human beings. So we are to suffer. Small countries like Maldives, especially small island nations with little resources are to suffer. And I don't want to say that there is much justice in the sense that we being a low-lying country, small island states, and every day facing with natural disasters, floods, and other destructions to all the islands, and then that we are being paid by the rich countries, you know, what we deserve. No. No. Today we are facing the fighting and the result of their infighting and things. We are to face in the front row. Not our fault, but we are affected very much by the global warming and all sorts of things. But nothing, we don't contribute, not even a 0.0000 something. We are contributing to the global warming and other disasters that have been, you know, in this world. We in the Maldivians, we drive few cars, and we are trying to, you know, change from the fossil to renewable energy and all these things. We are doing nothing compared to what the giant countries, the industrial nations are doing. But we are taking that, you know, the brunt. So this is the world, my friends. This is the world we are living in. Can we expect this to be any better? Can we say that we will never face any disaster in the coming years? No conflicts, no wars? We don't know. So this is the world we live in. So I think the solution is that we got to be prepared. We got to be more resilient. We make sure that each and every one of us work hard from morning till evening. Work hard. Make more money. Spend less. It's very important. So my friends, please try to push everyone you know. If you have children, your children. If you have brothers and sisters, those, try to make them work hard. And I'm in a resort which was opened in 1994, a 5-star resort, which is one of the most famous in the Maldives. If you look at resorts, I can say this is almost 90% of direct and indirect revenue of the country to our GDP. We as Maldivians, industry leaders, and all those who are involved, I think it is time for us to think about empowering more, to train more, not for that, for the top. For the top, I have sat with this Ali from Universal and Ahmad there with Iyaz, and I can see some others even, many times. Many times we met in President's office and also in the place where I live now. We had plans, we discussed a lot of training Maldivians for executive posts, for the tourism industry, also in other industries in this country. We have to do it. We have to do it because today we can only show our credibility by actions, not just by words. I have said, I stood in a podium, in a stage, 500 times in these 5 years. 500 times I have stood on a stage talking to my fellow citizens. It's the same thing I've been talking. So 500 times. But those are words. We need actions. Unless we have this kind of action, the people will not trust us, believe me. You can tell stories to little children, while you put them to sleep, nursery rhymes and all those, but not to the people of this age, So everyone have to make sure that we take action. And I'm very much sure, sad thing is that I wish I had the chance, but anyway, I think everyone will have a time, get onto the stage or get off the stage. So for now, maybe it's my time to get off the stage, because I know the curtain is already closed. So I must slowly work from behind and get away. But it's just one person again who is going away, but there are many. They are more creative, more innovative, more productive in this country, because our youth, they have talent. They have very good, the Maldivian youth. So I see a bright future. I see that there's so much of happening, especially training Maldivians to the executive levels, the resorts, and also fishery industry, renewable energy, engineers, doctors, so that we try to retain a lot in the country, rather than sending as remittance millions of dollars every month. This is something that we can do. We have to do more. There's so much we can do. We don't say, oh, we have little resources. Oh, it's like you got nothing, so I will just sleep. No. You have to find what can be done. Singapore got no resources at all. But they had a leader. There was a leader who was like nation-loving leader, who said, I'm for the country. I'm for the people. No corruption. Nothing into the pocket. Lee Kuan Yew I'm talking about. And if you look at now UAE, we take an example, Mohammed bin Rashid, and also we take Abu Dhabi, the president of United Arab Emirates. We look at Doha, Qatar, Saudi Arabia. Oh my God. They wake up in the morning and they go out, drive on the road to see how things are starting in the morning after dawn. This is the leaders who are making an impact on their country. These are the kind of people who love their country. And they left a mark, Lee Kuan Yew. And still we watch Lee Kuan Yew's videos. Still, not outdated. In fact, even until 2050, we still can use it. So this is what we need. We need to prepare our people for different industry, to take up the jobs of tomorrow. We have a good team. We have young. Our youth population is huge. It's huge in this country. So this is what we have as a resources. We have water, 99%. We have fish under that. We need to do something, and to, how we can sell it at the highest rate. This is what we have to do. We have islands, we can do agriculture. Today it is not horizontal, today it's vertical. It goes up. Technology for everything. So my dear friends, please, I know I have spoke to you for too long. I don't know how much time I was given, but I know I'm taking time of Robert Garcia. He has come all the way from the United States. I just thought that since I may not be getting another opportunity to speak to you like this, I thought I would just share my thoughts, and then, what I see my country as, and how I want to see my people, that's what I thought. So be good leaders, show your leadership, work with your colleagues, respect people, learn from others, from everyone, and then it will definitely make a huge impact. Immense, tremendous. So that is my little advice from my less little knowledge I have gained in my 50 years, I don't want to mention that. 50 years. So that's it. And just before I conclude, I just would like to thank for all the participants and listening to me. I never saw anyone talking to the phone. I was just looking at the table. If I see anybody watching TikTok or, you know, or Instagram, very famous for our youth. So, but I saw everybody's heads up looking towards me. So thank you so much for that. And thank you very much, Robert Garcia. I hope I will have some free time. I will, inshallah, I will plan a trip to Miami. I will see you there one day soon, inshallah. Thank you very much for coming in here in the Maldives. Alim, thank you so much for inviting and also organizing such an important session for the interest of our youth, I would say, here in the Maldives. And Villa Nautica has, I think, helped so much, and I don't need to say more about Villa. So much of contribution. Here is one person, Dr. Shaugi, along with the chairman of Villa, Mr. Qasim Ibrahim, who has also helped so much to bring up Villa College and education sector, private education. So it's a major reform, major transformation in the private education. One key member was Dr. Shaugi, and Mr. Omar Bey. I forgot. I was looking at the side. Mr. Omar Bey's Villa Foundation. So you both have contributed a lot, and I see many from both sides. I see Hassan Said also coming from my island. We live together, grown up together as young kids, and even Iyaz from my island. I see many of you, my very close friends here. So thank you so much, Villa Hotels, Nautica, for arranging such an event. Thank you so much, Nahid, who was my colleague while I was general manager. He was my colleague working with me. I don't say working under me, I say working with me, and I'm so proud to see that all Villa resorts got general managers in all the resorts who are my, I will not say again who worked under me, I would say who worked with me while I was general manager in 2001. I'm so proud to see all those who has worked with me being so successful, leading people in the tourism industry. So thank you very much, Naid. And it's, again, I would say it's a great honor, a pleasure, a great opportunity for me here. Thank you so much. May God bless us with good health, peace, and prosperity. I wish you a pleasant day. Thank you very much.